Hi guys, my name is Haley Dobbins, and this is going to be my first set of book critiques. I'm going to be reviewing 8 different award-winning books, and this is for EDU 318 Children's Literature. The first book I'm going to be reviewing is Henry's Freedom Box. It's wrote by Ellen Levine, illustrated by Gadar Nelson. It's a multicultural book, and it's been awarded the Caldecott Honor. This book should be used with grades pre-K through 5th grade. This is a story about slavery, and Henry is a slave, which it follows from when he's just born to when he's an adult. And it's a really good story that puts into perspective in simple terms like what the slaves went through and their journey to freedom. Moses, When Harriet Tubman Led Her People to Freedom is the second book. It's wrote by Carol Boston Weatherford, illustrated by Gadar Nelson, awarded the Coretta Scott King and the Caldecott Honor. It's a multicultural book and used for grades pre-K through 3rd grade. Moses is another story about freedom, and it uses realistic fiction to tell of Harriet Tubman's road to freedom. While she's alone, she speaks to God and hears God's voice in the nature. I think this is a really beautiful story, and it shows her trust in God and how God is giving her strength. And it's wrote in like a fun, like kind of poetic way that students will really enjoy. The next story is a poem, and it's called I Carry Your Heart With Me. And this is by E.E. Cummings, illustrated by Maddie McDonough. The author has won the Shelley Memorial Award, the Harriet Monroe Prize, and the Bullen Prize of Poetry. The genre, again, is poetry. It should be used for pre-K through kindergarten. This poem is about a mother's love for her child and how she carries that love in her heart always. The next story is The Day the Crayons Quit. This is the 4th book. It's by Drew Daywalt and illustrated by Oliver Jeffords. It's awarded the E.B. White Read Aloud Award. The genre is picture book, and it's for grades pre-K through 3rd. The story is about a little boy named Duncan who opens up his crayon box to find a bunch of letters from all his crayons saying that they quit. And it's really beautiful, and I think it's really fun for kids. It's funny, but it also teaches kids a lot, like what they would be drawing with an orange crayon or what they would be drawing with a red crayon. So it can help young students associate different objects with different colors. The 5th story is Beautiful Oops, and the author and illustrator is Barney Salzberg. It was awarded the Napa Gold Award, a Teacher's Choice Award, and a Parent's Choice Award. The genre is realistic fiction and should be used for pre-K through 2nd grade. This story is really interactive and super fun, and it's a pop-up book, and it demonstrates how art can be made out of all of our mistakes, such as like a tear in the paper or a bent in the corner. The book has these interactive pages where the reader can lift up the pieces and see what beautiful things they can create. It leaves a really beautiful message that like our mistakes aren't mistakes, and like something can be made out of anything. The 6th book is The Hair of Zoe Flea Fenbacher Goes to School. The author is Laurie Anderson, and it's illustrated by Ard Hoyt. It's a New York Times bestseller, and the genre is a picture book, and it's for grades pre-K through 3rd grade. Since when Zoe was born, like her hair has always been crazy and had a mind of its own. And throughout the stories, Zoe uses her hair to be helpful. But when she gets to 1st grade, her teacher is so convinced, like, no, 1st grade has rules, like, your hair can't do this, and she shuts her down, and this makes Zoe really sad because Zoe can't, like, express herself anymore through her hair, and at the end, like, her teacher realizes, like, what an asset her hair is, and so I just think it's a really beautiful story to, like, allow kids to realize that, like, the things that are important to them should be, like, important to us also. The 7th book was Heat Wave. It was wrote by Eileen Spinelli, illustrated by Betsy Lewin, and it was awarded the Caldecott Honor Award, and it should be used for grades pre-K through 3rd grade, and was also a picture book. This story is about a town who goes through a heat wave, and each day it shows different characters and different things that they are doing to stay cool during this heat wave. The 8th book is my featured book, Roses Are Pink, Your Feet Really Stink. The author and illustrator are Diane Dacroix, and it's awarded the IRA CBC Children's Choice, the Arkansas Diamonds Primary Book of the Year, the North Carolina Children's Book Award, and the C.S. Lewis Medal Contest. It is a picture book and should be used for grades pre-K through 3rd grade. The story is about a possum named Gilbert who is writing his Valentine's Day cards, and he writes 13 nice cards, but for 2 of his other classmates, he writes something that's not very nice. He thinks that he's being funny, but these really hurt his friends' feelings. And when the students find out it's Gilbert, they're not very happy with him. I'm going to use this story to teach a 2nd grade lesson that's kind of on like bullying and just appreciating each other. So I picked a standard from social studies that respects the right for self and others, including making responsible choices and being accountable for personal actions. And I know this is talking about the government, but I want to show how like that is also in our government and like with our country, but also within our school we have rules that students need to be following, and like bullying included, and that it's not okay to treat our classmates like that. I'm also going to tie in some poetry writing, and the students are going to be writing poetry, like poem, Valentine's Day cards, virtually on Canva to their classmates. So here are a few examples. Here's a rhyming poetry. Lauren, you are my best friend. You will be with me till the end. You are really cool and make me love going to school. Whenever I feel like I'm being a bug, you tell me I'm not and give me a hug. Here's one with a name poem. F. It's for Fran. Fabulously dressed, reliable friend, always supportive, never lets me down. This next poem is a haiku, so the 5, 7, 5 syllables. Girl, you are so cute, you make me smile and laugh, you are my best friend. Lastly, the story uses a lot of the roses are red, violets are blue, so I used one similar to that. And it says, Katie, I just wanted to say, roses are red, just like your hair, also your heart with so much love to share. You are so sweet, just as the cakes that you bake. And those are it for my examples, but they would write them for all of their classmates and be able to send them virtually. The next lesson that could be done is in a science class and following the standard that about organisms and how they result from their ancestors. Some might be extinct and they may like develop over time and change from different things in the past. And the students will each pick a character from the book, a type of animals like the possum, or right here the hedgehog or the bunny. Those are just a few examples, but there's all different kinds of animals in the class, and they'll make a PowerPoint talking about the animal, some different features, the habitats they live in, and how they have developed over time. And both these 2 lessons use ISTE standards to incorporate technology. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and have a wonderful day.